Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studio, and with me today I have the ladies from the Front Royal Women's Resource Center. You didn't think I could say that all in one word,
did
you?
No, I have faith.
You have faith. Liz Coffey here is the Executive Director. Liz, why don't you introduce these other two ladies?
Absolutely, thank you. So I'm sitting here with Joey Waters, and she is the chair of our Dare to Dream committee. And then I'm also sitting here with Emily Berner, and then she is with the War Memorial, the War Memorial Hospital Foundation.
You couldn't get it out.
I know, you pass it off to
That's
me.
okay, it's a mouthful.
I know, it's not. And so, so thank you very much for being here today,
Absolutely.
ladies. We really appreciate you, and thank you for being here today.
Oh, yes.
Mike.
I'd like to give all, some women are what controls the wealth of our country. So,
Nice.
Did you know that?
Absolutely,
that's
I did.
true.
He's a smart man.
And so, I don't mind bowing to,
We appreciate it,
So
Mike.
what's the
Thank you.
first thing? I know you're in the middle of a fundraiser.
We are. We have a lot going on. It's a very exciting time for the Front Royal Women's Resource Center. It's the 25th year of the Dare to Dream Enrichment Grant, and so we are in our silver anniversary. So it's a big, big moment for the Dare to Dream grant. So not only do we have our grant opportunities available for our signature grant, it's the $1,000 that we have available, up to $1,000 for our grantees. That is, the application process is open now until the end of December.
Yes.
And then we also have been given a huge collaboration with the War Memorial Hospital Foundation. And so, again, a big year for the Dare to Dream. And so we have been granted $5,000 from the foundation. Thank you for that. And so that includes up to $1,000. So 5 $1,000 grants that we can give in additional to the grants that we already do through our signature
And
program.
these grants work because right here is a recipient of one of the grants.
I'm a dreamer,
Yes,
absolutely.
you are a
and,
dreamer.
and I've been pushing it
Well, I'll give you a little background now. Liz repaired our printers here.
when I was
How many- we
16
won't-
or 17 years
Well,
old.
Yes, and that was quite a while ago. But then
10 years ago.
Yeah, she's stretching that, probably 20. But anyway, she was all over town. She was the ace #1 computer printer fixer.
Copier. I did the large copiers.
Yeah. So, and she had a dream, and she wanted, and you've accomplished it. And
absolutely.
you give a lot of credit to this
Absolutely.
grant you received.
Yep, so I
it
retired
does
from
work.
computers
It does work.
and moved on to event coordinating,
I
and here
know.
we are.
Yeah. It's great.
Good
Were
time.
you on the board when she got her
She
grant?
was.
I was, and I knew the minute I met her and heard her, I said, we need her.
And then you recruited me as a
I
Front
know,
Royal
I
and
know.
Women's Resource.
Well, that's great. That's helped. We're growing up our future leaders of our community. That's great.
Absolutely.
I
And
just want to give a little plug there and embarrass
please.
you a little bit.
No, I love it because the foundation of the Front Royal Women's Resource Center is strong. I mean, it's almost a 30-year organization. And so for us to come in, for me to come in as a new generation, if you will, to be able to hold on to that foundation for the next is really, really important to me. And I would believe the other members as well.
Sure.
So.
All right.
So let's get on with it.
Okay.
So we have our Dare to Dream opportunity, and that's why we're here today. So
I'm going to put the links to your website where you can fill out the application.
Yes.
And you have how many grants are you going to do this year?
We can. We have $8,000 in the Dare to Dream, so that's up to 8 $1,000 grants.
Okay.
And then we have the Elaine Bromfield Memorial Scholarships, which are in under the umbrella, and that we have. We'll probably be able to give $2,000-$3,000 grants, and that's the same application is for that. Those applicants are selected. From the Dare to Dream application.
Okay.
And then now we have this wonderful amount of money, $5,000, so we can give 5 more $1,000 grants from the Warren Memorial Hospital Foundation for those in any related field to healthcare, which we're really excited about.
Which is today a lot. From high tech to low tech. I mean, it covers the gamut. Yeah.
Well, and our board of trustees for the Warren Memorial Hospital Foundation thought it was really important to support in this way. I mean, we want to encourage folks to either continue their healthcare career or pursue a healthcare career. And like you said, it could be clinical or non-clinical. I mean, we have wonderful clinicians at Warren Memorial Hospital that do great patient-facing work. But, we also have accountants and we have folks working in cybersecurity
Sure.
and nutrition services. So we wanted to make sure that our grants were written in a way that said, hey, if you have an applicant that is interested in pursuing a nursing degree or they really want to do accounting within the healthcare system, go ahead and consider them for a grant that can come from the War Memorial Hospital Foundation. And also if there's anyone who's interested in starting or growing their business in the area that would contribute to the health of the community, that's the main thing that the War Memorial Hospital Foundation wants to do, is contribute and support the health of the community.
And our local schools around here, between Laurel Ridge and Shenandoah and now JMU, there's a lot of in the healthcare field. They've opened that up, and there's tons of occupations there that they help train people to do, from simple,
Absolutely.
9-month classes to 4-year degrees. So it covers everything, and so that's great. And again, every dollar we spend in our community comes back to us multiple times over. So much more. It's more than you give. You give $1, I think we get back $3 or $4 or $5 in use of that money. So it's great.
And that's why we appreciate this opportunity so much, because it is a unique grant, because it covers so much. You did not put a ceiling on that and put it on specific items, and you opened it up to the whole community, and that's very wonderful.
Yeah, and of
So
course,
thank you.
healthcare touches everybody.
Absolutely,
So that's a nice,
it does. And you all have an amazing process already. We didn't want to come and be like, hey, we're going to help. No, you guys have the process. And you've had a lot of applicants in the past that have had this type of thing where, oh yeah, I want to do this medical degree. And so we thought, hey, wouldn't it be great if we were able to, give some funding so you all can continue to consider those applicants, frees up some more funds to consider for other folks.
And it's very encouraging for the community.
Yeah, you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Absolutely.
And that's true with a lot of organizations. There's so much, a lot of times there's duplication of effort, and the staff time it takes to do this, which can be used to, so it's
Utilize
much more
something
profitable,
else, yeah.
sure.
Right. So now this is what's important, what we're doing today. We need to get the word out. The application closes on December 30th, so we just really need to get people aware and get on their computers.
So
and
how do
fill
they
it up.
apply, Joey?
They go to the Front Royal Women's Resource Center website, and it's very clear. We just updated the whole application. It's super easy to do, and
It's all online.
And there's
all
really
online.
only one requirement. You have to have a dream.
You have to have
that,
dream.
and you have to live or work in Warren
Well,
County.
we're in this-
that has been one stumbling block. People trying, who don't. But yeah,
That's huge, yeah.
that is huge. But other than that, we've been trying to streamline the process and make it easy. And right now, our focus is just trying to get the word out to as many people in Warren County that we can get it to.
I'm going to ask a really dumb question. Are you going to just limit this to women? I mean,
No. Do you have a dream, Mike?
I have a dream.
What is
I
your
want to
dream?
retire.
Oh, well, then what are you going to do? Sit on the couch?
I would have nothing. No,
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
would
say,
never happen.
no,
I retired
that's
once and I
boring.
started a newspaper.
I was
so
going to say,
yeah.
I'm sure I could come up with
I'm
something
sure
for
we
you to
could
do.
come up with
Yeah.
something. So- no, it's great. It's true. If we just have a dream, and that's like all of us,
Please.
and and share that dream to people that will appreciate it, and don't share it to people that won't.
And it's not, nothing is a dumb question or a dumb
No.
dream or anything. I mean, never.
I have met so many just phenomenal women through this process.
Right.
And the only bad part about the committee has been not having more money.
Yeah.
More
And
more
now we do,
applicants
thank you.
than more dreams than I could fund, and that was the hardest part. But this is going to help.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked to
Amazing.
a lot of women that have received this in the past, and they all have good things to say about it. It really, they might not have achieved the final step, but it moved them along.
It
and stepped-
motivated, yeah.
It motivated them to get out there and say, it's achievable. I can see it. All I needed was just a little help to
Well,
get
yeah,
moving.
just the navigation alone is
Yeah.
scary to start a business or to even grow in a business.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
And we
have
try to
that
help,
is-
even if they don't get the grant, by giving them information about the services at Laurel Ridge, that the small business
Yeah, we coordinate
classes they have out there
in
and
partnership
help.
with others.
So we try to partner and try to point them in another direction. They're also welcome to keep applying.
Yeah.
But we try to help them in other ways if we can't, if we don't have the money.
That's great. Yeah.
And they would apply at FRWRC.org and then go to the Dare to Dream tab, and then it's all online.
Yep.
And if you have any questions about that application process, you can always email us at WRC@FRWRC.org. warmemorial.org or call Liz, and you can find my cell phone on the internet, so feel free to call me anytime.
And she does answer her phone eventually.
I
So,
do.
so what else we got?
So
kinda
yeah, the
covers
Dare to
what we're
Dream is
talking about.
huge, and so we are dream makers. So thank
So
you, ladies, for being part of
what's
that.
the fundraiser? we're
So
doing?
we are doing our annual appeal, which is our annual fundraiser, and so every year around November we do our annual appeal kickoff, and so that is our huge fundraiser where we build funds for programs like what we're here for today. Networking opportunities, so our Women in Networking, our big annual events such as Dare to Dream, and then we have our wine dinner that we just had, and then our little pop-up events and things. And then, of course, there are those not so glamorous, so we have our rent and our utilities, but our main goal is to build funds for our grants and our programs.
Right.
And so right now we're shooting for 50,000. Is that what we're shooting for? So I'm looking for any dealership out there that would like to donate a car or a house or home for us to sell and put in our bank to cash that for our annual appeal. That would be great. Just let me know. Liz Coffee at 540-305-7758.
The quintessential
And
dreamer.
it would be a beautiful opportunity and collaboration. I am in talks with a few, so get there first. And
You can take more than one.
And all day. I'll take 5, 6, whatever.
If you don't ask, you'll never get it.
No,
Yeah.
and I am in talks. I had a few conversations this morning for some local dealers.
There
so.
you go.
And
And it doesn't have to be a brand new car either.
oh no, just something
helps.
that's like running.
Yeah.
And so I'm also on the board of a couple others that are looking for cars too. So you let me know. All right. So then we have our annual appeal. That's our big fundraiser event that we're doing. And then December 16th, we're going to be working with O&Q on Main Street. And we're doing a pop-up event there. So we worked with them before on a bingo event. And so we're going to do the same type of event on December 16th. So that's
draw
going to be
a lot
at
of
night.
people down there.
A good time.
Yeah.
And we then, at the end of the Dare to Dream process, we have our big breakfast out at the Shenandoah Valley Golf Club every spring, March 27th.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
it's a beautiful event, and anybody can come and bring family and friends, and it's a good celebration. They get to meet the Dare to Dreamers and past and present, and it's a beautiful affair. So that's something to look forward to.
When will the tickets be open for that? January? In the middle of January to order?
Probably not till sometime in February.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
say I have to get
Keep
with
checking
So
them.
look
back.
for those. Yeah.
You'll
It'll be
back
on the
before
website.
You'll-
She
oh,
is
yeah.
so good with the social media.
She will be
You'll
back.
know.
Well, you'll be back and see us a couple more times before then,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure
Sign
you'll
up
wake
for our
to me
newsletter.
telling you when the day
I'm
is
really
and time.
going back to the past dreamers. When I've met them, people I know, and I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. And some of them very successful in business now that don't realize that a few years ago they were, not. So
Yeah.
they all say that this helped.
I mean, we're 25 years into this grant, so I mean, how could you not run into
Sure,
a Dare to
yeah.
Dream?
Started off with the very first year, $200 to one woman for a computer upgrade that she says changed her life.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's amazing.
So from $200 to 50.
Well-
No, more than.
No,
We're almost at 20,000. If you do
Yeah,
that.
a lot of money goes through.
Yeah, we're at
16.
20,000.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what's
Wow.
new with the Warren Memorial Hospital Foundation?
We're just having a blast supporting the hospital. I mean, our main goal is to raise funds to put them right back into the hospital for patients and staff. We have a Friday fun cart that rounds on
Right.
our caregivers. It's always so fun to walk around with the cart, and it's little snacks and giveaways and everything, and it just brightens everyone's day.
Sure.
So that's something that we fund. We fund the hospitality cart for patients. So if you got brought to WMH in an ambulance and you don't have your reading glasses or a phone charger, we have all sorts of things on the cart that our patient services and volunteer folks come around with and provide that. We have our own educational opportunities that we fund. We send staff members to conferences and trainings. We just do all sorts of stuff. And then obviously we did raise a fair amount of money to help open the new hospital a couple years ago.
Sure.
So
Well,
we just love
and I've just seen
doing what we do.
I've seen that Warren Memorial just won another patient care award.
Absolutely.
that
Another A in Leapfrog.
Well,
so
and those little things come about by the volunteers that helped. It's all about the customer service. We expect good health care. but we demand good customer service.
Yeah. Well, and Jennifer Coelho, the administrator over there, does a wonderful job. Our staff does a wonderful job. I mean, every time I walk in that building, smiling faces, saying hello.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed every time I walk in. It's the most beautiful hospital I've ever seen in my life.
it's really
The
nice.
views are phenomenal. I mean, if you have to be in the hospital, you might as well be in a beautiful room that's looking out over a beautiful scenery. So,
All those little things do help.
It makes a difference
The
on your-
psychology of
Absolutely.
healthcare.
Your
right?
recovery, it really does.
and then, of course, the Andrea family trails that we have there. I mean, the beautiful 2 different overlooks you can
Yeah.
go to, easy hike or maybe a little more challenging hike. But so many folks in our community have decided to share their generosity with us and support the programs that we have at War Memorial. I mean, it's just amazing the things that we get to do every day because of the generosity of this community.
Sure,
So
sure.
thank you. If you're a donor, thank you so
Yeah.
much. We really
And-
appreciate
and
everything.
you have and all these organizations and all of yours is the donation of time that people give
Oh,
into,
yeah.
and that's what we all depend on. The money's
Yeah.
great, but you really need that
the
time.
time is huge.
Right.
Time, talent, treasure. I mean,
Yes.
it's the commitment in any way, shape, or form. We just appreciate participation and folks stepping up and saying, "Yeah, I want to help.
Yeah.
I want to put my time in and make the community a better place."
It's a win-win too.
Absolutely.
Well, I will give you a testimony about your hiking trails because right after I had my heart surgery, I kind of was like, oh, you know how I like to go, go, go? Well, my husband brought me out of the house one day and said, we're going to go on that trail. We went all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And that was a huge, feat, is that the proper
Sure,
word?
yeah.
For me. And when I looked up, I was like, oh, it's beautiful up here. It took me forever to get up there, but that was a
and she
huge
wanted to go on that
testament.
trail because she'd be close to the hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, if
think
you're
that's why
gonna
he
get
took me there. But that was a huge thing for me to do right after that. And so to get to the top of that, that's a testimony for the
Yeah.
hospital
Sure.
to
Yeah.
be able to go on that trail.
All right, so we've covered Dare to Dream. We carry your fundraiser.
Yeah.
Is there one more?
So we talked about the pop-up December 16th at On Q
Yes,
on Main
that's-
Street. We will have some other events coming January, but we're not going to release anything
Okay, we'll
yet.
come back next month
So
and we'll talk
yeah,
about
we'll talk.
that.
Yeah, we will. Okay, cool.
Well, I really appreciate you coming in and sharing this, and thank the hospital for the foundation. We don't call it the hospital, the foundation. That's really the heart and soul of our
Yeah.
hospital, of all organizations. Almost every organization has some sort of, foundation. Like our library has, fossil, and the hospital has the foundation, and
Right.
that's what kind of builds the community of organizations. It's kind of like this back group that no one really knows anything about. You know what I mean? And we all have our angels. You have a few at the resource center.
Joey's one.
Yes, we know some. But we appreciate you, and we want to encourage everyone in our audience to participate in these community activities because it enriches our everyone. It's an uplifting event, whether it's the Women's Resource Center, the hospital,
Other
the
local nonprofits.
Hearts, and I was dinner together. I mean, we just talk
Yeah.
about so many organizations that help everyone at all steps of their life. So we want to really thank everyone that does volunteer and do that. We're going to put all the information below in the story, the links to their website, where you can get the tickets, where you can give the support, where you can show up, where you can get your application. Just so much stuff going on, but check it all out. We really appreciate it. Thanks again, ladies.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you.